The countdown threw him off.
What's that look on your face? Is this happening?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, no?
All right, here we go. Okay, do over.
All right.
All right, we'll get it right now.
The number one live show in the world, West Coast Poplock Podcast. Coming to you from PigzStudios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.
It's the West Coast Poplock Podcast.
Let's go!
The number one live podcast every Tuesday night.
That's us.
Live on YouTube, Facebook,
All of them.
Twitch, Local Music Experience,
Yep, right now.
and also every Wednesday.
Oh, every Wednesday you catch us at 8 a.m. and 4 o'clock on the Local Music Experience right after Buck Talk.
Fuck talk.
And also part of the My Grito. Industries family.
And speaking of,
My Grito. We have Chicano Shuffle in the house. They're part of My Grito as well, part of the family. And I've been talking to Oscar, Ramon's Jefe,
Oh, yeah, the boss, the big boss.
about getting us together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he put it together, and so they're here today. And so welcome, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Ramon,
Thank you.
Fernando, nice to have you here.
Gracias.
gentlemen.
Agradece. Thank you.
Yeah, man. It's cool to be a part of something, and especially when it's other Chicanos from around here doing their thing. And I've listened to some of the podcasts and stuff, and I enjoy it. I really do like your wrap ups. At the end when you do the video.
The little videos.
Yeah, where you're like, hey, we talked about, what did we talk about, fool? Oh, yeah, that too. And it's always cool. It always gives you a feeling of,
What's coming?
yeah, not only what's coming, but being a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get that little bit of personality as opposed to just to guys just talking and then that's it, You see more personality come out in that as well.
That's why you talk about the end. I like the beginning. I want to talk about the song.
Oh, the song.
So if you Chicano Shuffle, the beginning of every episode, I don't know when this started. At the beginning of episode that I've watched, there's a song.
It's the Chicano Shuffle jam.
Yeah.
The
intro,
rola.
yeah.
It's
Done
the
live
rola.
by you every time.
Every time, yeah. So that one, so I know that the story behind that is that when we started the podcast, I had an idea. And my inspiration, believe it or not, was Kevin and Bean.
Sure.
Because every time they started the show, they started with little audio clips, and they always ended it with P Daddy's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I noticed that, so I know that Bean, because they always talked about it, he's the one that did these audio clips, right? So I wanted to do one, but I wanted to do it with Chicano, I guess, audio.
Sure.
So I
Drops.
Chicano clips. So I used from Suit Suit, I used from American Me, I used from Born in East LA, I used from El Mariachi.
Give me a beer.
Yeah. Jesus wants a cerveza. Yeah. And then I also use El Mariachi when in walks in the biggest fucking Mexican.
Yeah.
So I used all of this and
That's on the first 2, I think, episodes.
first 4.
Is it okay?
Yeah, the first 4.
Long
Yeah, but you're right though because remember when we started recording, we were doing 2 shows a day.
Hey, we're in the middle of an interview, Wade.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain to me right now.
So we had them, and then Mr. fucking Rain on Your Party over here comes in one day. And he's all like, "Hey, I think we're gonna have to change the intro." I'm like, "Why?" Because let's just say if and when this picks up, a lot of this is copyright.
So we had the exact same talk at the beginning.
Yeah, it's copywritten, or copyrighted.
Right.
They wrote you in.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So I was upset. I was like, nah, fuck that, dude. Then and in my head, I'm thinking, and I did tell him this. I'm like, by that time, we're gonna be big. We're gonna fucking internet help and wipe it out and everything.
I wait.
And Fernando's all like, really? You're gonna have somebody do that? Nah, let's just get something new. So our third compa, El Esteban, he's a musician. So he like I don't know if you guys are musicians or not, but like every musician, they they record tracks, so they get an idea and they record them, right? So he's all like, hey, I've been recording, I've been fucking around, so I have these little tracks. So he kept playing them, and that one doesn't sound.
This guy was not having it though.
I wasn't having it.
Like I was listening to him, like, oh, it's pretty good, it's pretty. And this guy in the back, like, fuck that.
No, next,
I'm not changing shit.
next, and then finally it got to the one that we use. Now it's been modified. But the fundamental's still there.
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, I can work with that.
There was no okay. Let me tell you.
I'm like,
story.
okay.
He
In
was
my mind, I'm
pissed.
like, all right, I can work with this. So then we got it, and then I started, coming out with idea like, okay, what can I go with this? And then I started thinking, and I'm like, okay, Chicano Shuffle, all right. Tomando chelas, okay. Chicano
This might
Shuffle,
take the whole episode.
Yeah,
You guys
so
fucked up.
I went from there. And eventually, within a day we had it, right?
Well, that same. Well, it took like a half the day for him to like fucking break out of that. Fuck that, bro. I'm not doing shit.
Hilarious,
So we
sure.
sat him down. We stepped outside, had some beers, sat him down like a little kid, like a teacher. All right, you're gonna sit. Write us a fucking song, bro. Like that. Here's the music, and he was all fucking pissed. And I guess at some point he got into it, and he fucking he got into a little and then like his tone changed, and he fucking really got into it. And he's like,
This might be a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like the little switch clicked, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is fucking badass. This is chingo. Check it out."
I told you guys this is a good idea. Yeah.
So like in that same day, because before we used to record on a Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was.
Sunday.
We show up in the morning and be there like at his house like all day. We're like until like 3 or 4. So like that whole time, fucking, it took us just to get him to write down a thing. But yeah, it worked out.
And once it worked out, then it was just working on the timing, or like getting like. I'm not a musician. I'm not a singer.
No shit. That was gonna be my next question. Yeah, no shit. I said, I was gonna ask because I've never written a fucking song.
Yeah.
Whenever we've had musicians in here, I ask them all the time, like, how the fuck do you write a song? I've asked that exact question multiple times because it still makes no sense to me. So the fact that you've written one good song, you're my
written
hero.
more than one.
I'm saying that, but that one,
Yeah,
you're a hero to me. Like,
Yeah, and
outta
I
here.
wrote it down, and then we used it, and then at some point we would sing it live, and then I don't know what happened. That then we started the best one that we had. We used to use it, as just we'll play it.
Yeah,
and
we
then,
didn't play live for forever. It's because I think the homie something like he had an acoustic guitar too that we used at first.
Yeah.
And I think he left it in his car one day and it was super hot and that shit fucking fell apart.
Hilarious.
Like he was all pissed because he's like, bro, I paid fucking on it's supposed to be a quality guitar, but then you leave it in 110-degree heat where
And it
I think
wore.
Sure.
it fucking fell apart. But after that, yeah, we used like the recorded clips, different ones.
And then all of a sudden we were like, let's bring the Esteban showed up with the guitar. Let's do this live. I'm like, oh shit, it's been a while since I sang it. I don't remember it. I'm like, so I got it, and once in a while I'll fuck it up.
Sure.
I'll fuck it up because I'm singing it and it becomes natural. But then I look away, or something happens, or Esteban laughs, or Fernie does something, and I get distracted, and then I'll fuck it up, And
Sure.
I think a lot of the listeners like it when I fuck it up.
Absolutely.
Sometimes
I don't
do it on
guarantee
purpose.
you they
I
do.
don't like it, I'm like, fuck, dude. It's like, but yeah, so that's what it came from, man. I mean, it was just, I got forced, and because of that, because I started noticing that people were liking it, I'm like, oh shit. So I've always, since I was little, I've always fucking manipulated songs.
Sure.
Like you hear something and then you change the lyric or you make it funny or whatever. So one day I'm coming from work and I'm listening to Add It Up by Violent Femmes. Right? So when it gets to the part, like I take one because you left me, and two for
That's it, we're flagged, bro. Thanks.
I know, right? So from that, and then I started going like, I take one de asada, y dos de suadero, and tres de carnitas. So I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, I think I might have something here. So I pitched it to these guys, and they're like, dude, that'd be fucking awesome. I'm like, all right, give me next week and I'll have it. And I started fucking writing it up, and I did it. Again, I don't sing good, so my timing is off.
You got that shit inside you, though. Apparently.
I wish I could be a singer, but I get these ideas and I imagine it. I'm like, oh, dude, this will be funny. And from there, we've done many. We've done what is it? We did Master of Puppets. I did Maestro de Pleito, I think it is, or
something like that. Something about putazos.
Yeah, so it's like the angry old fucking uncle that you have that he's always getting into fights. So I made it about that, and Maestro de Pleitos, Master of Puppets. So I did that. We did fucking shit. I can't even remember. Not the Doors. The Cure, and I think I did the Smiths. This light will never go out, and I think it's there's a taquero that gives you the runs. There's a light that never goes out. There's a taquero that gives you the runs. So I just manipulate it and do it, and they're not all fucking.
Sure, of course.
They're not all fucking.
But his confidence
bangers.
overcomes all.
That's never stopped him before.
There's a manic Hispanic of a podcast right here.
But having a guitar player around, like it seems like it would be a waste to not do that shit. Like you have a guitar player on your podcast.
We're fucking blessed. We're blessed to have that motherfucker because he gets creative, and not only that, but when he gets in the zone, he gets all these little catches. He's got his pedals. He has everything, and it benefits the podcast.
Absolutely.
It benefits it. So we have Fernando does the sound effects, Esteban does the music, and I do the distorted voice.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, we're loving it. It's fun.
How long you guys been doing it?
September will be 5 years.
Congratulations. That's a long time to do
With
it.
not too many Saturdays off.
No,
How many episodes
right?
deep?
200 and
That we just today was 251.
251.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And that's not including. There's like a handful of like little bonus ones in there.
Yeah. There's some bonus ones. There's some what is it?
There's
Lost
some on
episode.
Patreon and shit too. But
Yeah, but in the 5 years that we've been on, I think we've missed like five recordings, right?
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's been that much because we notice that every time we don't record the following week or whatever, or that following month, our numbers go down.
Sure, absolutely. Consistency,
listeners,
man.
yeah.
You gotta do
People
it.
get
You
upset.
Yeah.
People get used
Oh, yeah.
to repetition, or if they know that their favorite podcast or their favorite dudes are going to be on there talking shit.
Dude,
Like,
Monday is the day most of the things that I listen to come out. And there's specifically a YouTube dude, Brad Owen, who makes poker videos. And most of the time it gets released on Monday, but sometimes it's not there on Monday. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what's this fool doing that's more important than putting out this goddamn video that I want to watch? Like, you got one fucking job, put out this goddamn video. And then, it ruins my Monday.
So you're that guy.
I mean, I don't leave comments, but in my mind, I'm thinking these things. Like,
We get the comments.
We get the comments. We get the, like, you guys suck, or like fucking little prima donnas or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It rained. Oh, big deal, like, fuck.
Sure.
Oh, it's Christmas or New Year's. Like, fuck, dude, we gotta spend time with our family, Yeah, so.
Yeah, we got our boy too up in the chat right there. Jerry Rig, they order pizza every Tuesday.
Oh, shit.
Hang out in the warehouse and throw it
Hell
up.
yeah.
So what's up to him? You got Samuel Jimenez.
Wait a minute, typical Ramon? What does that mean? Lisbeth, typical
What do you mean,
Ramon?
Tico Ramon? You took over the podcast right now.
I'm having a
He asked a
conversation.
simple question, way. You give him the history of.
We have the Dungeon Podcast all the way from New Jersey tuning in, and he says, Johnny, it's magic when you write jokes as well.
Yeah, I get it. True.
And then we got Chapo from Kansas City. Shit.
Oh, that's Amor de Chicano. So he has an Instagram page.
Oh, nice.
So if give him a follow, dude. This guy is amazing. He's I think
Chapo, the invoices in the mail.
I know the invoices in the mail. So he is very pivotal on part of our success because we did an interview with a comedian, Momo Rodriguez, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we know.
And because Momo has all these listeners and all these followers, not listeners, followers. He was one of them, and when he started hearing it, then Chapo posted up, he put it on his stories or whatever, and from that moment, I think that day we ended up fucking going from like 25 followers or listeners, and it went up to like
Our
100 and
parents.
something.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, who is this? And Fernando was telling us, and I'm like, who is this? I have no idea. So we started looking into it. I started stalking him.
Sure.
I stalked him. I'm
he's a
like, I
stalker
want to
for
know
sure.
who this guy is or this person.
Yeah.
And ended up fucking chatting, and we're good friends. We chat. We did during the pandemic. We were playing Call of Duty for like 6 months straight.
Jesus
Every
Christ.
night.
Yeah.
Kind of one.
So we started at 10:30 p.m. till like about midnight or 11 or something. We were doing
Let's go longer than that.
no. When we first started, by the time we stopped, we were going up to like 3 a.m.
Fuck, man.
And this guy is up in Kansas City.
Sure.
So he's
it's
what,
5,
2-3
yeah,
hours?
that's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, I better fire up my computer, bro.
Fuck, I gotta go to work. Yeah.
I hope you guys didn't have questions because he's taking it, bro.
That's good, bro. That's
I'm
good.
a
Give you guys a day
podcaster's
off.
dream, dude. I take the pressure off of them.
Where you guys from?
Oh, this guy's fucking gonna give you the whole spiel right now. Hold on.
No.
Well,
we'll
how about
start with
this? How about
you.
this? Yeah,
Fernando,
we'll have you
where-
answer
Fernando,
first.
Where are you from?
Where are you from, Fernando?
I grew up mostly in Boyle Heights way. Well, yeah,
I
Boyle
know.
Heights. To me, growing up, it was East LA, but you know, now you can't say that because then people are, no, it's Boyle Heights.
Sure.
Because you're growing up, your fucking grandma and everybody's like, oh, sí, él está en Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turns out I grew up in Boyle Heights way.
The people of Boyle Heights have fought hard to have their own identity.
But that wasn't in my time.
Absolutely not. Because I remember when I first heard, I was like, "Where the fuck is that?" They're like, "Boy," I was like, "I have no idea where that is." It's like East LA. Oh, well, I know where that is. You know what I mean?
Why don't you say that?
Why don't you just fucking say that?
Yeah.
But it's because the people of Boyle Heights were fighting for their own identity
Yeah.
to be like, "Yo, we're Boyle Heights. Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, for sure. So, a ver, go hit your spiel,
All right,
bro.
so here it goes. I was born in East LA. Then we grew up in Boyle Heights till like 87. And then I moved out to South Central LA. You know, so I grew up there till I got, to my 20s. And then I moved out to East LA and then Montebello and then back.
So
But
LA.
here- yeah,
They're from
but
LA.
here- yeah.
LA.
Born and
Hey,
raised.
dude, he's short in the chingon. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I would have give you
Wow, you know, my
timelines.
grandpa came from.
In 99, I moved out.
It used to be exactly that
Yeah,
way.
my grandpa came all the way as a bracero, and he was fucking from Michoacan. And
He used to have like a 20-minute fucking discussion, bro. Like
But you know what? Over
courses
the
at
time,
UCLA, bro.
shit like this, you kind of like, they kind of forced me to like cut shit down. You
Like,
know?
fine, I get it.
Fine.
was it your idea to create the podcast?
No, it was our
The
the third, yeah, the
steps.
The steps. He went missing. He went in hiatus for a year, and we couldn't find him. He went off the grid. No cell phone, no social media, no nothing. So I thought this guy was dead.
Sure.
And I kept trying him and nothing. So finally, I don't know how it clicked. I'm like, his sister still has Facebook. So I reached out to her. She passed the message. He calls me up out of the blue like, hey, fucker, I'm still alive. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, you should come down to the house. I'll get the guys together. So it was Fernie and a couple of other friends. We came. We were like chatting. We were laughing and drinking and having a good time. And then Esteban's all like, dude, this should be a podcast.
Sure.
And then Fernie's all like, I've always fucking said we should do a podcast for fucking back in 2010 and all this and all that. So then I'm like, fuck yeah. So this was like in August, around this time, 5 years ago. And then by September, we were up and running.
Fuck yeah.
So it took us about a month. Fernie did, that's the thing with Fernie. You give him a task and he'll find everything that we need and break it down. And once he had the price for the equipment and everything, so we started chipping in and we got it.
So
And
you
then-
built your setup from scratch? You didn't have
Yeah,
nothing?
we didn't know anything, bro. But like that kind of sounds like the way I usually explain it is like you point me in a direction, bro, and I go like hard way.
Sure.
Like I'll drill down. I'll be up fucking 3 days, like no sleep. I go deep, bro.
There's a guy there. He was an inventor named Jacques Fresco. That's his name. And they said, what are your ideas? And he never had an idea. He never invented anything that he thought of. The things that he invented where someone came to him and like, yo, we want this, but we don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right. And then he would go off and figure out how to make the impossible happen.
Yeah.
So the same thing, like you saw an impossible task and
Yeah,
you did
yeah.
it, and you did it anyways.
Yeah. That's almost exactly. I mean, I'm a creative person, but I do much better if you point me in a direction, even a general direction, bro. Like I'll fucking
Like a monster, man.
Yeah,
that
bro.
way, go.
yeah. Like by the end of the week, I had spreadsheets and fucking
Yeah, he broke it down Excel.
multiple plans.
He had
and
an Excel, and I'm like, what the fuck are we looking at? Like, well, if we go with this gear,
multiple fucking logos.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the name, it took us a while to figure it out too.
It's a good name.
Yeah. It took us a while. And again, Esteban, we were at Coachella when Caifanes was playing. So we went to go see Caifanes. It's a Mexican Spanish rock band, right? So we went out there, and we were there. We saw some chipsters, you know, like Chicano hipsters, right?
Love them, by the way.
I never heard that.
Chipsters.
We saw some chipsters, and we were laughing. And then Esteban's all like, "Oh, dude, I wonder if they do that little Chicano Shuffle." And I'm like, "What's that?" You know that little step that everybody
The
does,
1-2,
the
yeah.
1-2 in any party that it goes with anything. You speed it up, you slow it down, you change it up a little, but
the only
it's
thing you
same.
change is like your
Shuffle.
arms. You know,
Yeah.
but the steps
So,
the same.
so you know that's a Chicano Shuffle.
Fuck.
You know, so that's how we got it. You know, and we were going through. We had all kinds of names like tacos and chelas, and you know
The typical
the
stuff.
typical stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
First level.
Yeah, the things that you think that people would be attracted to, or like
Sure.
it'll be like a fucking like a clickbait, you know, type of deal. But then I don't know who in the group was like, "Hey, how about Chicano Shuffle?" I'm all like, "Fuck, that's perfect." And we all said yeah, and we went with it. You know, so then we started, and Fernando started doing the logo, and that's where we got our red logo with the Chicano Shuffle and
It's a
everything.
good logo too.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, fuck, it's funny to see something from just a fucking drunken conversation to like where
Sure.
we're at now.
5 years later.
Yeah. Yeah, where it's
Yeah,
still going
like, get
good.
the fuck
it's
outta
amazing,
here.
and you know the people we've met, ran into, that we associated with. It's the listeners, the fans. Like I said, I met Amor de Chicano through there. We've met other podcasts that are good friends now. Like we actually exchange numbers that we'll text and
Sure.
everything, you know. And they support us, and we support them, you know. So it's a great community, you know. You'll be surprised, and it's like when you meet people. And in this game, you have that in common, you know, because we could, like right now, we could talk and we could have little things that we could connect to. Maybe your listeners over here or the people on the live, they're like, what the fuck are they talking about? You know? But it's fun, man. I still love it.
Well, I see all the love that you're getting online, both you and Fernie's. Everyone's just
shit.
going. By the way, guys, if you guys want to call in and talk to them, I don't know if you guys take phone calls or not.
Yeah.
We can hear. Awesome. You guys can call in right now at 909-475-7449. If you guys want to
So
ask
stupid.
us or the Chicano Shuffle a question. Or
Well, if you want to interrupt Ramon, güey, 'cause-
La novia, they're asking for La Novia Darks, El Ramos.
oh, ¿qué pasó, Ramos? He's right here, La Novia Darks.
Yeah, there was a song that it came with. It was La Novia Dark, so it's talking about my girlfriend's a goth, you know, like. So it's again, it's music from Esteban. That he had all these music archived or just there, and I'm all like, hey, do you have
Like
something?
little riffs, you know?
Yeah,
Sure.
So let me get something out. Let me see if I could come up with something, and that one came up, and it's Mi Novia Darks. I don't have the lyrics or you know the
Oh,
music.
I can hear the. I can already hear
Exactly.
the music and the words in my head right now. I already know.
Oh, shit, see, you put out the...
uh-oh.
Oh, there we
You
go.
guys fucked up, bro. You put it out there.
Caller, you're on the West Coast.
Damn, you scared him,
They
fool.
got scared.
Ramon's fucking confidence.
It's
Fucking
all right. I can't. I
Te
can't talk
asustaste,
to it right
güey.
now.
I know, man.
We got a lot of people jumping on. We appreciate every single
gonna
person
be-
jumping across the local music experience and across all the social medias. And you guys have a lot of fans coming in right now.
Pete,
Esme.
Oh, we got Rogelio.
You got this, man. You got
No.
this.
What? You got stuck?
No.
Sí se
Rogelio
puede.
has michelada. rojeleadas, or what was it called?
Oh, I don't know if he still has it. That was a long ass time
Yeah,
ago, bro.
you know. So one day he
showed up with micheladas.
yeah,
Like, fuck,
fucking.
bye,
He
bro.
was out. I think he's out in San Diego or Chula
Yeah, he's in
Vista
San
somewhere
Diego,
there. So one day he was down here, so he hit us up like, "Hey man, I got me some micheladas." Came and dropped them off. Fuck, dude.
Sorry, story's over.
Caller, you're on the West Coast.
Is this for real?
Yeah, yes, for
it
real.
is
You
for
called
real.
us.
Oh my God, Ramon.
Oh shit.
Holy shit!
Who's this?
Ay, güey.
My name is Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
I'm
Esmeralda.
freaking out. Hey, I was listening to Latino Happy Hour today.
Yeah.
That shit always makes my fucking day.
Oh,
I love Chicano
R.I.P.,
Shuffle,
bro.
and I love you guys. You guys are so cool.
Oh, thank you,
Hell
Esmeralda.
yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I'm from Santa Barbara, California, but I'm here from Bolivia.
Santa Barbara. Yeah, you
We
know.
were just in Oxnard, bro.
Yeah, we were just out there at the
Yeah,
805
here-
event.
Sorry, what was that?
We were out in Oxnard in June at the 805, the 805 experience. We had it at the Heritage Square.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, we were there, man. It was fun. You should have stopped by. It was a free event.
Ramon was selling
Damn.
things.
Everything was going so good until you scolded her at the end. Like, you should have fucking been there. What the
Where the
fuck?
fuck were you at?
By the way, I love you guys. You weren't there for me. Jesus.
Where were you at?
Apparently you don't love him
I'm
enough.
crazy. You guys don't even know.
Oh my God. Hey, well, thank you.
so cool.
How'd you find out about Chicano Shuffle?
Well, I just started working like at a it's como una fábrica kind of. Like I
Okay.
paint helmets for like Red Bull racers and like
Oh,
we
shit.
do motorcycles.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and yeah, so like I'm going to school here at CC for like auto mechanics, and I was just trying to like
Hell yeah.
listen to podcasts that like I don't know, just like more about my culture and just shit I'm like more like interested in, and I felt like there wasn't a lot. And I saw on Apple like podcast how I had Chicano Shuffle, and then I saw Latino Happy Hour, and I saw the Mexi Twins too. So I love the Mexi Twins. I always hear you guys, and it's so fucking awesome to like actually have a conversation. Like this doesn't feel real, you know? Like,
Yeah.
this is fucking dope.
Oh man, thank you. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
And for-
You blew her up?
Qué culero, bro.
She exploded, bro, of how excited she was.
Suavecito. That suavecito be holding up your hair. Good.
Oh yeah, it's right here. Look, check it out. Eh?
Go hit up their DMs, bro. He needs a sponsorship.
I know. I definitely do it. I
Hell
mean,
yeah. I'll
Hey,
put it
Oscar.
on there. I'll put
Yeah,
it
where you
on
at?
there.
Oh yeah. Hey, hold on. But Oscar, from my grito. Hey, why don't you set up a meeting with Suavecito? Eh? We need to talk about this, eh? You know, so that's another weekly demand that we do on my grito.
Hey, so
Hey,
if,
get them a fan. They need a fan.
Yeah, what the fuck? And where's our bus at, by the way?
where was our
This is our bus.
all I know is if I walk out later, bro, and my cat is gone with my catalytic converter, can you hook it up?
Yeah.
I took it.
Should have had one of those metal cages underneath.
I
Oh,
know.
no
Oh
shit.
shit.
Should have.
I've heard about that. Yeah, they've been putting.
Or engrave your name on it with your address.
I don't-
If
I don't-
found.
I don't think that matters at that point. Who's gonna go actually underneath fucking cars to see if they're fucking stolen or not at that point?
Yeah, no.
They gotta catch them while they're fucking actually already been cut off and fucking sitting in some dude's
No,
trunk.
I heard cities will like actually like
Etch 'em or whatever.
etch on them, and if they find them, like when they
When you
bust
go to
people,
recycle?
yeah,
Yo,
yo, this belongs to you, sir. You do this,
there
yes.
you go.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man. Well, thank you very much, Esmeralda. It was good to that you got through and that that you called in. We really appreciate it. We love the
Yeah.
support.
No,
we
I
love
appreciate
the
you guys.
followings.
Thank
and
you.
Yeah, and hey, promote it at work. Hey, tell them you gotta check this shit out.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Always, G.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Say hi to everyone for me, please.
You got it. And hey,
and I
Esmeralda.
hope you guys keep going on with Latino Happy Hour.
All right. Well, we'll talk. A ver qué onda, It's just como
All right.
Yeah. But hey, Esmeralda, a ratos with that, eh?
All right.
What the?
Sign up, bro.
That's how you know.
Yeah, he's a pro, bro. Look at him.
A ratos with that, eh?
About to say, is that a pronoun at this point? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Like, all right, I'm going with that. So fuck, man. So over 200 plus episodes, over 5 years. I mean, where have you traveled to? I mean, it sounds like you've already taken your party on the road. So, I mean, what cities have you hit up, and where have you done shows at?
We got hit by COVID, bro.
Yeah, we got hit with COVID, but we are talking with Maigrito. We are setting up some events. We got 2 already in the works. They're just setting up the logistics. Once we have that, then we got to plan it out. What are we gonna do? What is it? Are we gonna, like work out the schedule or like the format? We have a format. We'll do this. Are we gonna interview? Are we gonna have a band? Are we gonna leave it open up to the listeners that are there, or the guests? Are we gonna do this or that? So it's just we have a date and we know what. I don't know if we can talk about it now. I know it's been said.
Nothing said.
Yeah. So, but we have a date in mind. So once we have the location, then we'll go from there, and then we'll start promoting it.
Yeah, we've done events, and just like now that everything started opening up, we finally ventured out like to Oxnard, which he was talking about, where they fucking gave her shit, and then like we want to pretty much like start expanding slowly, like go to Oxnard, go to the OC.
But do you guys do live podcasts there or record?
Well, we've done a live at like our little warehouse. Done an event there. We did like I said, in Culver City, but like now we're trying to, because right before COVID hit, like he was saying earlier, like he implied, not implied, but we were gonna go to El Paso. We're gonna do a whole show with that rock sledgehammer in El Paso.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be cool, and we're trying to set it up like right before summer, or maybe right after, like so we didn't get that Texas heat. And then COVID hit, so that fucking fell through. So now, like, just recently we did that at Oxnard. So we're trying to, instead of going all the way to Texas first, we're going to go slowly, like, driving distance.
There, sure.
And then, like, go slowly expand out. So that's kind of the plan right now. But
get the feel of it, like, it eventually is like the podcast. When we first started, we were nervous. I was nervous as fuck. And we were, we would drink to loosen up. And then, if you go back and you listen to the first ones, it's like, fuck, it's rough. It's rough. I'm like raising my voice. I'm cutting people out.
You're just doing that before, but
I'm not
like
drunk.
remembering 5 minutes ago. Yeah, you're right.
Well, your boy Javi says you've been talking about it for 6 months.
What have I been
chat?
What have I been talking?
Well, no, we've been talking about like that, taking it on the road forever.
Yeah,
like
we've been talking there for
kind of not the dream, but like the next step, kind of.
Yeah. Sure.
But like I said, COVID hit. And so, but I mean, we did Oxnard, like you're saying. Now we're planning to go. The next one is a couple months, right? So and then slowly like go outwards, and hopefully the hope is to finally make it to El Paso.
Yeah, but the thing is, it costs money. Sure. To set it up, it costs money. Yeah. So a lot of it,
and we always lose, bro.
Yeah, we're always putting out of pocket, but we really enjoy it, and we want to always give back to the listeners. We want to give to them.
We get fucked mostly because of me, because I'm that dude that doesn't know his like value, like undervalues himself.
Sure.
And I always want to give more, so we give goodie bags, we give this,
but
and everything.
Charge like, less.
But it's not like we get sponsors to throw stuff in. Like
I wouldn't got this.
We put all this custom, like like if you order, like you make a custom mug or something. If you make 1,000, it's pretty cheap. But no, we're making like 25 or something. Or 50.
Or we're doing like,
It's cheaper to make the fucking 1,000 instead.
Yeah.
Just do it.
So we always end up losing our pocket because we try to do too much, But I mean, so far it's been good. So we got to kind of learn our lessons. And
that's the way you do it.
Back.
That's the way you have to do it. The only people that I know, I mean, because it's all content creators, it's all the same thing. The only people that I know that have been successful over the long haul have always given more. Have always given value. Yeah. Like they've always provided value for the people that were cool enough to support. That is the proper business plan is to go above
so we're
and
doing
beyond.
it right. Is what
you're doing it right. That's how you fucking do it.
It doesn't feel like that right now, but eventually it fucking will.
My bank says we're doing it wrong.
Yeah, man. It probably will for a fucking long time.
Yeah, it'll come back.
You got to tip, man. You got to hit the tipping point.
Yeah, because you do that Michelada one, right?
Yeah, Michelada Rumble.
Did this is how it starts or what? Like you losing money or?
Hey, man. I've lost. I don't even want to put out the number, but I lost
big.
Yeah.
So this is
No. Now we're good. But you take gambles, you know what I'm saying? And you can't be afraid of taking that gamble because
scared money don't make money.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it right there. Scared money don't make money. And yeah, we've lost, on an event.
I mean, like the beginning, like you're saying, like this is how you started. You like pretty much putting it in a pocket.
When did it start?
I even do this, I make shirts. I give them away. You know what I'm saying?
That's where we fucked up.
We give them away, stickers. We made cups. I mean, I've always seen everything from the marketing side first and then create it up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think about, I already see the end goal before I even start.
Yeah, you're thinking big.
And then you also can't allow defeat or non-success to creep into your mind, because then if you can think failure will appear. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think success for success to be in the forefront.
Talk that talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting fired up. Right
But that's how I've always,
scared me, Johnny.
You know, that's how I've always done my life, bro. Like I knew I was gonna be on K-Rock when I was young. I told my homeboys, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, whatever, dog." I knew I was gonna be there. Then
You
I
manifested it.
Yeah, because again, you have to think that you are successful already, because if you allow failure to come into your mind, then you've created the possibility of failure.
Say it again.
Well, maybe that's where we balance each other out, because this guy's always this is Mr. Capitalist right here. But I'm like more socialist, bro. Like, we need to give more. No. We need to give less.
We gotta charge more or something. But no, I mean,
that's good lessons, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder. You know?
It's true what you say though, because you think about it or manifest, it's hard. It's podcast, anything that you start, it's hard, because when we started podcasting, we had our friends and family listening to us, and we had like 25 fucking downloads and in a month, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty fucking good. But then you start doing research and you start looking in, and then you start seeing that you got people getting like 10,000 downloads on an episode. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? And then we start. Social media was kind of fucking with me, because I was seeing that, like, we had, I don't know, 30 followers, and I thought that was good. But then you start looking at other podcasts and other things, like they're like in the fucking thousands. They're like, oh shit, we're not getting feedback, we're not getting the downloads, or we're not getting the word of mouth out there. So eventually it's like, why are we doing this? And then whenever we thought, because we've had conversations like, maybe we should, and it always happens, because we don't talk about it on the podcast. At the beginning we did, and now we do it as a little jab, But when we first started, when we would talk about it or something, the next day or whatever, we'll get an email, or we'll get something like, hey, you guys have I just found you guys, and it's
like
always
that Esme that called in, like, when I was,
Esmeralda.
oh shit,
because and the majority is like, I'm trying to get a connection, try to find my roots. So they'll type in Chicano, and then boom, Chicano Shuffle comes up, and they start listening to us, and it's not what they thought. They thought they were gonna get history. They're gonna get like Raza, El Movimiento, fucking.
You lied to me.
Mecha, the Nation of Aztlan, and all this.
Yeah.
And then they start hearing us or listening to us, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? And they're like, oh my god, it's like listening to my primos or my cousins or my tios or fucking my brothers or my homies from the neighborhood, and they get that. And a lot of the times they tell us like, fuck, dude, we're sometimes I'm listening and I feel like I'm there, or sometimes I want to yell back and say, hey, So that's always been a positive reinforcement.
Yeah, what he was trying to say is, every time we think of taking that break, or you start contemplating that, I'm kind of done with this. You get that inspirational. Someone sends an email or a DM.
Something moves you enough just to keep doing it.
Something tickles me a certain way.
You can't sit there and think about all that shit. I don't have enough followers. If you're doing it for that, homie, stop.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've seen our Instagram, but we don't do it for
but you know what I'm saying, though? You know what I mean, though? If you're here because you want to hang out with your boys and you want to do something, and you have that passion to be here, and you want to bring, you know what? There's guys here, Hector, he was a mechanic. He wanted to start his own shop. He only worked on Lamborghinis and big time cars. He just opened his own shop, bro. He came on this podcast, and he found out and saw all the love he got, and it gave him that courage to go ahead and do it. We can't, once again, bro, if you think you're gonna fail, you've already allowed failure to become a part of your journey. You can't, bro. I don't come here every Tuesday, hang out with these guys because we're gonna fail. I already know we won. I already know we're gonna win. I've won before, and I see, with these two guys right here, I see the path to success already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what you have to focus, bro. I didn't allow going to K-Rock and seeing all white faces, discourage me from being me. You know what I'm saying? Super Steve, the whole enchilada, I fucking brought it. You know what I mean? And again, Michelada Rumble, I was like, no one was doing it. No one was doing the Michelada Festival. I created the first one. We did it. I had someone that believed in me as well, my business partner. And he said, put your heart in it, do everything you can, and I'll front it. If I lose everything, I don't care as long as you work your ass off. That's what he said. And that's what we did. So success is there if you believe in it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna call that the Dorothy theory, bro. Follow the golden brick road.
Just click
like
them
what you
hills,
were saying,
homie. Click the hills.
How much it just takes a little thing to where you're like, I'm full again. Where you're like, where you're feeling empty. Where you're feeling empty. You're like, man, I don't have fuck, man. And then just the little thing that's and then you're like, oh man, I'm back. My gas tank is full. I'm ready to go. Yeah,
I hope you got one ready for next week.
Yeah.
Because gas is expensive, bro.
It's right now when you're talking about manifesting and everything. I remember when I first heard you on K-Rock, and I'm gonna be honest, dude, I was envious. I'm all like, what the fuck? They got a Mexican in there? I'm all like, son of a bitch. So I remember
they ruin everything.
Yeah, I know. I was like, fuck, dude.
We always fuck shit up.
No, not in that sense. I was jealous. I was jealous of Super Steve, but I remember calling in. I'm all like, hey, you need another Mexican? I remember and then I kept telling a coworker of mine, because we were listening to the morning show religiously every day, Monday through Friday. And I remember telling him about it. Dude, I'm going to call up and everything. He's all like, idiot. Maybe he's the one screening the calls and fucking erasing.
And this fool's not going to put you through? Get out of here.
You crazy? You know how hard it was for me to
delete
get
that
here?
shit.
He's like, hey, I want your job. Like, click. Like,
and let me tell you something. No hate, all love. When I got there, and then I started also working in promotions, I hired everybody, bro.
Yeah.
My primo, the homies.
You went all Trump on that shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, that's
We
what
flipped it.
he said that he didn't get discouraged by white faces. By the time I started hanging out, there was no white faces.
No, hell no. Not in promotions, bro. My boss, Latina, born in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? My boss, Aisa, man. And they just started hiring Latino kids. Because we, at least in the promotion side of it, they saw the demographic changing. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put those people in front. But yeah, man, Kevin and Bean, bro. I mean, man, it was amazing, bro. Because like I said, I knew I would be on there. And the one day I was on there, bro, my homeboy Chito called me. And he's like, fuck, fool, you're on fucking K-Rock. This is when I was doing overnights as well. And I was like, fuck, I told you, bro. And it really didn't hit me, to be honest, because I was just in the moment. You know what I'm saying? But Johnny was like, we were just talking to each other. I think it was one of the first podcasts that we did. And I was like, bro, stand-up comedy is the hardest thing to do, in my opinion.
Stand-up.
So he does stand-up. And I'm like, what is it about you that you think you can become a stand-up and make it? He goes, why don't someone that did the impossible? And I was like, what? And he's like, you, bro. You're from Orange County, Mexican guy, and you made the impossible possible in my eyes. I was like, fuck. And at that moment, and this is already like out of K-Rock, bro. Here, that's when I finally realized what I had done. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you like I said, I was jealous, but that when you used to do the whole enchilada, or they used to bring you on, I'm all like, oh fuck yeah, you know, like it was good. It was good hearing. I guess I don't know what was it about the 90s that, or even in the 80s, because I remember listening to, I think it was no, not Jay Thomas. Who was in the morning? There was somebody else in the morning. Fuck, I can't remember. Jay Thomas was Power 106.
Yeah. That's so funny.
But I remember listening to, I know the Swedish Eagle used to be on K-Rock, and I remember I used to listen to that at night and everything. So it was a time of house, but also you had the flashbacks, you know? You had the Smiths, you had fucking Depeche Mode, you had the Cure, you had all these fucking bands that you're listening to.
All the darks.
Yeah. I know, right?
All those darks.
And you know,
this dude's a fan, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm just saying we love talking about the darks.
No, I'm saying like a K-Rock fan. That's what I call the
it.
K-Rock historian. You mentioned something, it's like, no, that's not how it happened. So see, 1994.
I remember when Michael the Maintenance Man used to be on. I used to love it when he used to come up when they had Charles, the security.
May you rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah, man, he rest in peace. And they used to bring him on, you know?
That's how Mario's in the mix too. 100% is Mario was like a fan of K-Rock and just made his presence known around there. Like so, I
Should he manifested it too?
it was
100%.
No.
Oh, shit.
100 and Mario's desire, and I don't mean to speak for you, was not to be in front of the microphone. Mario's desire was to be the producer, was to make all the shit. So this is all the manifestation of that. This is all like it all.
Oh, you're talking about him?
Yeah,
this guy.
yeah. Because as soon as you said,
El Güerito.
even when you said it said K-Rock earlier, I was like, God damn,
Yeah.
I was like, you too.
Yeah.
I was like, all of like it's all.
K-Rock was a big influence
A
in
big
us.
Fuck yeah, me
influence.
too. 100%. Man, I used to listen to that fucking same thing. I used to listen to the morning show fucking religiously. Like so,
And then what did you say? How did it become?
What I said when I got tickets to a singles party. And I told my best friend, I was like, yo, we're getting in.
Yeah.
I was like, we're going to get kick it tickets. You know, I was like, we're going to make our presence known. And these fools are going to want to kick it with us.
Oh, shit.
And that's what happened. You know,
That's how
fucking
Brad
made it happen.
Williams also moved
Yeah,
up, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, the comedian, Brad Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manito?
Yeah.
Because you gave me that look like, what?
Pigs Radio
I'm
is the
just-
Compton
I'm just-
K-Rock.
Hell yeah, Dave.
So the studio was off of Venice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember when I found out where it was at, I drove up trying to. I remember when Morrissey showed up.
Oh shit.
We talking about this story.
you there?
I went, but by the time I got there, he already stopped.
What happened to you, Mario, on that day?
Oh wow, ouch! That still hurts.
What happened to
Johnny.
you that day?
Apparently Oso had cut off the line as soon as this fucking crazy
He
girl.
was the next person in line.
He
to
was the
talk
crazy
to
girl that-
Morrissey. And they fucking shut it down right in his face, like no. And Mario was fucking left with his
And when we
with
did
his
the
fucking dick in
K-Rock,
his hand.
when we did the K-Rock Driver podcast, also finally explained to him why it happened that way, and he's like, "I still hate you, but I get it.
Fuck you, Oso. But I love
hate
you, bro.
but I get it."
Yeah.
You know what? When I did it, I also did it, and when I was doing it, I was hoping to show Latinos we can be on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when people ask me where you from, Steve, I'd be like Southern California, because that's what I represented. I didn't represent OC. I didn't represent LA. I represented Southern California, Latino, Chicanos, whatever you were. That's who I was representing. That's what it was in my mind when I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people are like, where you from? Well, Southern California, baby.
I'm from the border to Fresno. From the border.
That's a big ass barrio.
Because I
Where
was
are you
there.
from? Southern California. Oh, shit.
And
You're from La Pinta?
and like you guys, I remember one time I got this email from a mom, and she's like, "Hey, my son's half Mexican, and he said he loves being half Mexican because Super Steve's Mexican." And I was like, "God damn."
Ramon, your
That
mom
shit
called
hit.
it.
I mean, it was big. I mean, it was religiously. 5 a.m. if I could, 5:45 actually.
Yeah.
Is when it started. I mean, at 5 a.m. it was like all the clips from the night, the
Sure,
day before.
5:45 to 6 was the repeats.
5:45.
Yeah.
And so I would listen to it. I like hearing it, and it was always fun. I mean, my adolescent and teen year and 20s in my 20s. Jimmy Kimmel. I see him on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and I'm all like,
It's
that
still
dude started.
wild.
That dude started
That's
at
crazy.
K-Rock.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla, Mr. Bertram.
Where they were roommates.
Yeah. And then what was it? The Armenian comedian.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but I remember Big Tad.
Yeah.
I remember who? Dodo, and then Money.
Money.
Matt's on the
Money
radio.
Smith.
He's on the radio with him and Petros.
You know?
They got a sports show.
Yeah, and I remember when they used to bring in Petros too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, Papadakis, I think.
Yeah,
it
well,
was.
Yeah.
that's that guy. We used to play. He went to Peninsula. I went to Hawthorne, and like we played against them in football. I remember him and his older brother in high school and all that shit. And then to see him like wind up there, it's like holy shit, like, that's fucking wild.
Oh man, but I mean, it was amazing. And I remember also Doc on the Rock. I
Yeah.
used to love it. I used to love it when they picked on him and they picked on Ronnie on the Rock. Like,
Sure.
hey guys, welcome back.
It's crazy as we're speaking right now how intertwined K-Rock is to this whole fucking thing, dude. At least for the West Coast, like every time someone comes in, or whatever, there's like some kind of connection that brings it through, you know, I think that should show how important K-Rock really
Dude,
is.
the power and the influence of that
it had.
fucking station.
Well, yeah, in the 90s for sure.
And I also remember them, like Kevin and Bean, when they were starting with K-Rock, but they were doing all these promos. They were in Channel 56 doing like videos.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And I don't know, I don't know if I'm confused, but that's the same show that Wally George used to be on.
Wally George.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just
Rest in
can't.
peace, Wally George.
I know. You know who his daughter is? Rebecca De Mornay.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I mean,
Risky Business.
That
was a dope ass show.
Yeah.
That Wally George shit.
Wally George is the daddy to all these fools. Jerry Springer and fucking Robert Morton Jr. and all these.
I remember Morton Downey.
Morton Downey Jr. You
Yeah.
said Morton Downey Jr.
With the big mouth and everything.
Fucking
Jenny Jones.
Wally George is all their daddies, man. Get out of here.
With a fake toupee or a fake wig. I don't know what the fuck it was, but yeah, that was. I remember watching that, and when they used to do the little flashback. Not the flashbacks. So they used to play the old audio, like when they play Kevin and Bean doing all these things. I'm like, I saw that. I live that. You know, watching these shows. I think they brought in the video for Atari Teenage Riot. And it was called Fuck You. You know, that's a song, but they, blocked it out. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? But I like it. You know, it's loud. It's fucking. And I'm like, all right. So, they were, I don't know, they were a big part of my life. And because of K-Rock, I got into different music. I got into other stuff. At night, they used to play, what was it? Jeremiah, I think.
DJ Jeremiah Red.
Yeah, he used to put like some good fucking sets. You know, I'm like, fuck.
He's still out there. He's still doing it.
No shit. But it's just like every good thing. I mean, when Kevin and when Bean left, it was.
I think
it was it. It was it.
It was but actually, I think it was Lisa May.
When I left, it was it.
Yeah, that's what it really is.
Jimmy,
he draws the line at himself.
I started the dominoes.
Yeah, because it was before the Lisa May too. I stopped listening.
But when Jimmy and Adam Carolla Jimmy left to start the Man Show. Which I'm like, oh my god, I used to love that fucking show.
Didn't age well though. I'll tell you right now. Didn't age well.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to do Kevin and Bean, which was my dream to do, and then I got to do one of the last episodes of Loveline, which was awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
remember when Ricky Rackman used to host it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Ricky Rackman, and because he used to have listeners call in. And one of the girls, I remember it was a girl that called in, and she's all like, "Hey, Ricky, I got a joke for you." He's all like, "All right, what is it? What's green and smells like pork?" And he's all like, I could hear it, and while listening, I could see him racking his brain like, "What's green and smells?" He's all like, "I don't know." She's all like, "Kermit the Frog's finger." Oh my god, dude, this was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and I'm laughing like a fucking Japanese high school girl.
What the fuck? That joke didn't age well.
And I remember my mom coming like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like,
"Andas fumando mota."
And I'm like, "No te la estés jalando, cabrón."
Yeah.
So it's just one of those, and that sticks in. That is still there. I could still go back to that time, and I like that when I heard that. It's just Ricky Rackman was a shit for a while.
Did we just imply that he used to jack off to Loveline?
Yeah, that was
to Ricky Rackman.
Yeah, to Ricky Rackman.
Jokes.
I was gonna say like no one's concerned that he laughs like a little schoolgirl when he's fuking whacking it. Like that was the most concerning. Like okay,
Let's answer. Hold on, I gotta answer D's questions.
We all got our kinks.
He qualified.
I say one
the
thing.
most direct analogy between is Opie and Anthony to Kevin. That would be
I've
the
never heard Opie and Anthony.
That's East
New
Coast
York,
shit.
Yeah, I know.
And Howard wasn't even out. He didn't have an LA. He was not on in LA till 2000 maybe. Like he was not. He didn't
90s,
have.
maybe late 90s.
Yeah. I would have to watch him on the Channel 9 show.
97.1, I think it was.
Yeah, but that wasn't until he was like world famous before he was in LA. Like,
I remember late night they would play clips of the Howard Show. I forgot what channel that shit was, but it was also I think the same channel where they used to play Trailer Park Boys. So
sure.
Oh no, I take it back. No. Howard Stern used to be on regular TV.
Yeah,
so
the Channel 9 show. On Channel 9.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I ever heard about Eminem, they fucking played his video on that shit, and like it was like all kinds of crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
well, Eminem, that was a weird time too, bro. Because even on K-Rock, they played it.
Well, they debuted on K-Rock.
And you're like, wait, this is weird.
They tried, and they fought so hard to not play hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Cypress Hill happened, and that was like the first like little kiss in there. When Cypress Hill put out Rockstar, especially
just a tip,
right? You know, and they
Just
put
a
out
tip.
and Dr. Green
Just a
Thumb,
tip.
like they'd play that late at night. Like, all right, we'll slip this in there a little bit. But they fought hip hop as long as they could until Eminem. Then they were like, no fucking way,
Is
we're
that
playing
what-
this white boy. Like, get out
but
of
I
here.
think
Maybe that was the line. That
No,
was
but
the
I
line
think
that they crossed.
Cypress Hill actually became a K-Rock band.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like it switched from like I don't even think Power was
100%.
playing them or whatever because they became K-Rock music.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Because
sure.
it was like that weed stuff and it was just a little bit different with the voice.
Which was not in hip hop at the time.
Nah.
Hip hop was not like weed centric as people would like to pretend it was. At Cypress Hill 100, when they went that way, it was only the bald heads and K Rock.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, shit.
And then Mario, the way we met, he was doing Pigs Radio, which is going on for quite a few years now. Mario, right?
Yeah, I forget
Yeah.
now. 12 plus years.
Wow.
Streaming live.
Sundays.
Almost 450 episodes. We're on 446 or some shit. I don't know. I forget.
What are you guys gonna do for 500?
I don't know. We're planning, but before anything, and I'm going to forget, we want to invite you guys because we're
yes.
about to hit our episode
100.
100 for the
Oh,
West
shit.
Coast Pop Lock
When-
Podcast.
oh yeah, we were number what 90,
96, I think.
96.
Yeah.
What are you
So-
guys gonna do for your 100?
We're going to do it live from Mal's Bar in downtown LA on September 30th, guys. Free event. Come out. Drinks, DJ, and all our favorite past guests.
24th and what?
24th on Hill.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mal's
yeah.
Mal's bar.
Mal's Bar, yeah.
Oh yeah. Big.
Yeah, we know Mal's
They
Bar.
have a Kiss Smiths versus a Curna or Depeche Mode night.
Yeah, those,
shit.
That's
They
the
got
street
the
for
This
dark-
guy
It's on
blows
Hill.
everything up.
It's
those
on
are
Hill.
those are all
his
my
nights.
nights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him.
You're the DJ.
Uh,
the
the promoter.